But you just said these countries are in a constant state of war. Okay.
Hold on. No. I said that the history.
Israel's constantly bombing Syria.
I said that
Israel's
the history.
constantly bombing Syria. Israel went to war against Lebanon in 2006 and got spanked. It had occupied it for decades before. It's like you're completely flipping reality on its head.
Hold on.
Israel has constantly been the aggressor.
Historically, okay, like in what conflict was Israel historically the aggressor? Like which one of these conflicts?
Let's see. Well, I mean, let's just look at the current situation.
Well, you said historically. We can look at the current situation, but the history informs the current situation if you want to do it historically, right? If we just want to look at the current situation, then I would say clearly Israel's surrounded by a ton of enemies. So I don't know why a Jewish person living in Israel would feel comfortable doing a one-state solution where 6 million Palestinians come back and now they're a massive ethnic minority to a group of people that have historically, like genocided or ethnically cleansed them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, they have not genocided
maybe not genocide, ethnically cleansed. Well, of course they've ethnically cleansed them, obviously, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, they have not. They have not genocided or ethnically
So you don't think
cleansed
after
them.
48, after 67, after 73, after every single major Arab-Israeli war, you don't think that Jews have been essentially expelled from all of the surrounding Arab countries?
Oh, yes. Jews have been expelled. Yes,
that's ethnic cleansing, right?
This is, you know what this is?
Wait, isn't that ethnic cleansing? That is ethnic cleansing?
Sure,
okay, so then they have been ethnically cleansed. Go ahead.
And as we discussed before, part of that was Zionist attacks in those countries in order to compel them. So they basically did what Israel wanted. They obliged with Zionist aims.
Wait, what were the attacks that Israel wanted? The Yom Kippur War in 73 was a surprise attack by...
They wanted to get Jews to leave those countries because they didn't have enough European Jews, and so they settled for, Arab Jews. That's why they had the Levant affair. That's why they attacked the Iraqi Jews. I mean, at what point are you going to understand that Zionism is not about protecting Jews? It's actually about sacrificing Jewish life in order to advance nationalist goals.
Sure. I mean, you keep saying that, but it feels like the historical rating, it seems like that's what Palestinians are used for. You keep talking about Jews fleeing from Iraq. What about all the Palestinians?
Why would Zionists attack Jews? Can you think of any good reason for Zionists, any acceptable reason for Zionists to attack Iraqi Jews?
I would have to read the very particular, what is the name of the particular thing you're talking about?
Zionist attacks on Iraqi Jews. Just look it up, man. You know about the Levant affair. You know that they did whatever they could to get Egyptian Jews to leave. I mean, look, here's a quote from David Ben-Gurion, the founder of the State of Israel, from 1937. He said, "If I had a choice between saving all of the Jewish children of Europe and sending them to Britain, or saving half of them and sending them to Palestine, I would choose the latter." He's happy to sacrifice Jewish children in order to nation build. That's Zionism.
I mean,
that is the core of Zionism.
Sure, and that's a fine quote, and we can try to go back to 1950.
And it's true.
We can try to go back to 1950, but what you're describing is that's literally what that's literally
with the Nazis.
What you're accusing Israel of doing is literally what Hamas is doing right now.
What Israel did is, I mean, they collaborated with the Nazis. Look, why? It's what Israel's doing. Why, instead of saying hey, maybe we need to have a democracy, Israel's saying, no, we're going to ethnically cleanse all these people, expel them into the Sinai.
Wait, but there are literally Arab parties. There are Islamist parties in the Jewish government. There's literally Arabs that are sitting in the Knesset.
Are you okay? So what? So what?
Well, that seems like a really weird thing if their goal is just ethnically cleanse all of the Arab or Palestinian Arab people or whatever from all of their lands.
Wait, so because there's some Islamist party and there's some Palestinians in the Knesset, that means that they're not trying to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip? Have you seen the intelligence document that came out from the Israeli government?
If they're trying to...
Do you know what the subjugation plan is?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these, and I'm familiar with a lot of the quote-unquote
it's all
theories
real. So
around
you're trying to paper over this by saying there's some Palestinians in the Knesset. Big deal, man.
So it feels like this is the playbook. So we can talk about alleged activities. So this Baghdad bombing, where there is no hard or solid proof of any of it. We can talk about.
Of course there is. There's no question.
We can talk about these things. What there's no question about is what Hezbollah's mission is. There's no question that all of the Arab states.
Why are you a Zionist? Why are you a Zionist? I don't even get it, man. You're like an American whatever YouTuber, streamer. Why are you so fanatically committed to Zionism?
I'm not fanatically committed to Zionism. If I have a fanatic commitment to anything, it's what is a realistic solution to the current problem that exists.
Why are you against democracy? Why are you against democracy? Why are you against
That question is so meaningless that it doesn't even mean anything. When you
Well,
say,
but
why am I against?
my proposal is very simple. I just think that everyone should have the same rights in that country, just like all other countries, just like this country. Why do you oppose democracy?
It's not a matter of opposing democracy, right?
Of course it is.
Do you think that
my proposal?
In the cartoon where Benjamin Franklin is quoted as 2 wolves and a lamb having a vote on what to have for lunch?
So you think there's like some kind of inherent difference between Palestinians and
hold on,
Israelis?
answer my question. Do you think Ben Franklin didn't support democracy for that quote?
Well, I'm saying that
Do you think that Ben
doesn't
Franklin
make any
didn't
sense.
support democracy because of that quote?
No, you oppose democracy.
Do you think
man.
that
Just
Benjamin
admit it.
Franklin didn't? Do you think Benjamin Franklin opposed democracy? I'm just asking. I'm just.
You think
I don't know where
Palestinians
that
are
came
subhuman?
from. Hold on, I'm asking
Because
you. Do you think that Benjamin
saying-
Franklin? Do you think Benjamin Franklin opposed democracy because he said that liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote? Do you think that he was opposing democracy if the 2 wolves wanted to eat and the lamb didn't want to be eaten? Was that him opposing democracy?
See, but what the analogy here is, you're saying that Jewish Israelis are lambs, and that Palestinians or Arabs are all wolves. That's straight up racist, man.
It's not
just
racist.
Totally
None of this has
Palestinian racism.
None of this has to do with racism. It has to do with the idea.
It totally does.
It,
no racist admits that they're racist. Come on, man. Like, you oppose democracy. You think Palestinians and Arabs are all wolves, and like you can't see the obvious reality to anybody who examines the history and the current situation.
Yeah, I
that
understand.
Israel has always been the aggressor.
Sure, but you haven't given me
terrorism.
You haven't given me any examples of that. It seems like your readings on most of these things are either ahistorical or just willing to engage with a conspiracy or two.
You didn't even know when the state of Israel was existed. You got the timeline.
You
all
can go
mixed
back
up, man.
and you can look up the clips on that if you want.
Did you read this history off of the back of the Cracker Jack box?
I'm pretty sure I got the dates right.
You got to spend less time.
Pretty sure that I got the dates right. You haven't given me a good. You haven't
time streaming and read more history
clip farming.
books.
Is that like, do we all live for TikTok now? Is that what?
No, man. You interrupt me nonstop.
I'm not interrupting you. You ramble onto the irrelevant things, but I'm just trying to get to like pretty simple points.
You interrupt me all the time. You don't
because you're rambling. You took like 5 minutes to tell me that Jews don't care about the Temple Mount. Like, I mean, Jesus.
No, that's not it. See, now you're putting words in my mouth. You don't know anything about Judaism. You don't know anything about Zionism. And you're a YouTuber who lives in your living room, and that's how you make your living. I am a journalist. I actually have skin in the game. I go to places that I talk about. Okay. So I actually know what I'm talking about, unlike you. Gotcha.
So you think that Jews would feel safe in a one-state solution? You don't think they have any reason to feel like their rights would be infringed upon, pogroms would happen, expulsions would happen?
You keep going back to this.
Well, because that's the whole reason. I'm not.
You hate democracy, dude.
I'm just trying to engage with what is a realistic solution forward.
We've been through this like 10 times. You keep asking me the same thing.
Do you think that when you're in the Gaza Strip and you're talking to other Arabs there, do you think that they're happy that people like you are encouraging the violence to continue indefinitely so you can build journalistic careers on it? Like, does that make you feel good?
Oh, that's
I'm just
hilarious.
curious, right? Like, how many people have you met that have died in the recent attacks, and you're out here like on the internet jerking off an unworkable solution that'll never happen because it gets you clicks? Like, it's disgusting.
Buddy.
You realize that, right? Can you admit that? You know that a one-state solution will never happen, right? You understand that do you acknowledge that a one-state solution
who just wants to cheer on Benjamin Netanyahu?
Right.
No, you called for genocide. I have the clip right here. Why don't we play it? Why don't we play this clip?
Is that we're doing the clip farming now? I don't have to. I don't talk in clips. I don't exist in 30-second clips.
Why don't we play?
Because I don't exist in 30-second clips. You have me right here.
No. Why don't we play it?
This is it. This is all it is. It's the clip farming.
Why don't we play it?
It's the clip farming. Yeah.
No, this is you calling for genocide. Why don't we actually play it and show your audience? Because I know you tried to hide it from your stream so people couldn't actually see it.
Do we want to go through your tweets where you're claiming U.S. Special Forces are in Israel on the Gaza border and it's literally pictures of like LARPing military? Oh, do you have any evidence of that?
U.S. Special Forces are in Israel. You can look it up on the
I didn't say in Israel. I said on the Gaza border. You said they were on the Gaza border, in Israel, on the Gaza border.
Here's you calling for genocide.
Listen, I'm good, dude. If you want to talk in the future, let me know.
Are you going to cut me off because I'm showing you talking about genocide?
I'm not going to sit here and have you play clips to me like we're 4 years old, my dude. Like, if you don't want to engage with the subject matter, if you don't know what you think about what's going on, if you just want to throw out like a bunch of weird like Zionist conspiracy theories, if you just want to sit here and like talk about how the only possible solution is a one-state solution, that's fine.
Are you gonna tickle
knock yourself out? Knock yourself out. I hope the Russian checks are worthwhile. I hope you enjoy it. Have fun, my dude.
You got fucked.
Jesus Christ. This is what I felt like every single debate is gonna be. It's gonna be like this. Well.